Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Merriweather and I'm the Director of Connections at Jerome Church. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video training to learn more about how we are working to help you lead your group this year. To start, I want to thank you for being a small group leader and for committing to invest in your own spiritual growth while also helping your group members along on their journeys. This past year has been an extraordinary time in our shared experience, and we have all figured out new ways of doing, well, just about everything. At Jerome Church, we are reimagining our small group ministry in a way that can help people stay connected and grow together in new and exciting ways, whether you are meeting virtually or in person. Over the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through some of the new tools and resources that our staff has been working really hard on to make available to our small groups. Some of you may be ready to jump right in and use all of these tools, while others may already have a system in place for meeting and learning that works for you. I want you to know that our top priority for small group ministry is to foster an environment where people can come together in Christian community to learn, to laugh, to cry, and to grow as disciples together. We want you to do what works best for your group and hope that some of these resources will help you along the way. Our role as your staff is to equip you, to lead and to provide you with the tools and resources that are helpful. What we are sharing with you today is not a directive, but it's information that you can use in the ways that will help your group. If there is anything that you have a question about or would like help learn how to use, we are here to help you. In my role, I will be supporting you by helping your group stay organized and making sure that you have the resources that you need to lead your group. If you have technical or logistical questions about your group or the resources that we're going to talk about today, I am here to assist you. Most of the small group emails and things like attendance reminders will come from me. You'll see that coming from my address. And then as our lead pastor, Pastor Bruce is going to be your spiritual director for small groups and for our discipleship classes.
Hi friends, this is Pastor Bruce. I'm so excited for the opportunity to be your pastor and to also help you and your small group learn and grow together. If you or your group have a spiritual question or a question about the study content, or even if you'd like input to our suggestions on a good study for your group to try, I'm who you want to contact. Groups are also a great way that we care for each other in Christian community. So if you have a prayer concern or a request for pastoral care, please reach out to me directly or send your info through the Connect card. Remember the importance of small groups that we just covered in our sermon series, that small groups are there to support one another. We're not meant to do Christianity in isolation. We can hold one another accountable as we grow, as we learn, and as we become deeper disciples for Jesus Christ. Once again, if you have any questions, my door is always open to you. Blessings.
Thanks, Pastor Bruce. You can find the information that you need to contact us in your small group leader email and at the end of this training video. First up in today's training is an introduction to planning center groups and how they can help you as a group leader. Check out this brief video tutorial to get you started. You can access your group page and this tutorial and more information on how to use planning center groups for your group through the links in your small group leader email.
When you're part of a group, you can go to the group page to see things like the location, upcoming events, and any available resources. But when you're a leader, you also have tools to help you manage your group. To access those tools, you'll need to jump on over to the administrative side of groups. We call that the Planning Center side. You can also skip the group page and get straight there by going to groups.planningcenteronline.com. When you log in for the first time, you'll need to create a password. If you need any help, an administrator at your church should be able to get you set up. Once you're in, select your group and you'll be taken to the Members tab. If you have any new member requests, you can quickly review those here. This is also the place to go when you need to send an email or when it's time to remove someone from the group. To manage the group calendar, head on over to the Events tab. You'll want to create an event for everything your group does together, including your regular meetings. For a recurring event, like a weekly meeting, you can set how often it occurs. You can also turn on event reminders so that everyone in your group automatically gets an email before the event. And from the email, they can RSVP to let you know if they'll be there. Back on the main Events tab, you have some tools to help you keep track of who's showing up. For upcoming events, you'll see a snapshot of everyone's RSVPs, so you'll know how many people are planning to be there. 10 minutes before your event begins, you'll get an email with a link for taking attendance. If you aren't able to take care of it right away, no problem. For any past events, you can always report attendance from right here. And once you've been keeping track for a while, attendance reports become especially useful. They can help you see if someone is starting to fall through the cracks, so you can give them the support that they need. Next up, the Resources tab. This is the home for any materials that you want to share with your group. You can upload a file from your computer, like a PDF, or you can link to anything online, like a video or an article. For any resource, you can make it visible to the entire group or just to the leaders. When you need to update any of the basic info about your group, go to the Settings tab. This is where you can make sure everything is up to date, from changing the group photo, to adding a new location, to editing the group description. If you ever need help, start by clicking the question mark in the top right corner. Here you can see suggested articles, or search our documentation for the answer you need. And if you contact our support team, you can expect a reply within 1 business hour, so you can get back to leading your group as quickly as possible.
To help you get your group started, we have already created a group page for you. You can use the information in the tutorial you watched to get you started on adding resources, group members, and communicating with your group. We also ask that you take attendance in Planning Center each time that your group meets. You will receive an email reminder to take attendance, and you can do so through the group page or through the Church Center app. And speaking of the Church Center app, this is a companion to your Planning Center group's resources. When you download and log into the app, you can navigate to the Groups tab. In your group, you can send messages, view resources, and take attendance, all with a few clicks or a few taps of your finger. If you and your group are comfortable with technology, this is another great way to stay connected with the device that most of us have with us all the time. If Planning Center resources sound like a great fit for your small group and you'd like to learn more, be sure to click the Learn More link in your email. The next resource that I'm going to share about today is Amplify Media. Beginning with the Grounded in Creed study, we are launching Amplify to the entire congregation as a resource for spiritual growth and discipleship. This resource is completely free to you. Amplify is a streaming, on-demand video resource platform like others you might be familiar with, such as Netflix or Hulu or Disney+, except this platform is focused on Christian learning resources. Everyone with an access code can access all of the video resources on Amplify at any time on their smart TV, computer, or on their phone through the Amplify Media app. In a time where we know that most groups are still meeting virtually, we hope that this resource will give your group greater flexibility and more options on ways to do studies together. Your first step to accessing all that Amplify has to offer is to create your free account. The Jerome Church Amplify channel address is my.amplifymedia.com/Jerome Church, Plain City, Ohio. You can also find easy access to this link in your small group leader email, in the Church Center app, and on the Jerome Church website. Amplify will ask you if you have your Amplify access code, and you can click to enter your Jerome Church access code, which is SJYTPK. You can then enter your name, email information, and create a password to log into your account and access all of the Amplify resources. Amplify is home to thousands of videos that will allow you to explore and grow in your faith, including the video resources for the Grounded in Creed, all-church study that begins this week. This platform has videos for adult studies, small groups, worship, and more. There is also content geared towards students and children to help them grow in their faith as well. It's very easy to use Amplify for your small group or for your own personal learning and devotional time. Amplify Media resources can be accessed and watched anytime on almost any device. In addition to accessing on your computer, you can also access Amplify Media content on your smart TV through the Amplify Media app for Roku and Fire TV, and on your Android or iOS devices with the Amplify Media app. We are so excited to be able to share the streaming service and all of these resources with you and your group. And last step in today's training is a resource that many of us have become familiar with over this past year, and that is Zoom. We know that most of our groups are continuing to meet virtually and that some may continue to utilize video conferencing capability to meet even after our current restrictions and guidelines are lifted. If needed, every small group at Jerome Church has access to a Zoom link for your group to meet. If your group does not already have a link to meet and you need to request a Zoom link for your group, please reply to your small group leader email so that we can get one set up for you. For groups that are meeting virtually during the Grounded in Creed study, there are two ways that your group can utilize Amplify and Zoom together. The first way is to meet at your scheduled group time on Zoom and watch the video together utilizing the screen sharing function. To enable screen sharing, you will need to claim host status with the code and instructions sent to you. Then navigate to the Amplify Media page and access the Grounded in Creed resources. Share the Amplify Media screen and be sure to check the boxes for Share Sound and Optimize for Video Clip at the bottom of the Share Screen options. Once the host has shared the screen, you can play the video and watch together as a group. If you don't plan to discuss during the video, you should ask your members to mute themselves. This helps keep the embarrassing sounds to a minimum while the video is playing. After the video completes, you can utilize the questions and discussion guide found in the Grounded in Creed participant guide to lead the rest of your time together during your meeting. A second option is for your group members to pre-watch the video content of your study prior to your meeting time together. Amplify resources are available on demand, so your group members can watch anytime and practically anywhere that works for them. Then you can utilize your Zoom time together for discussion and community. You may even find that there are other options or a unique combination of these resources that work better for your group, and that is great. Our hope is that through this video, you can begin to learn more about the resources available to you as a small group and then apply them to your group in a way that makes sense and helps your members grow and connect with each other. I want to thank you again for your commitment to your group and your commitment to growing as a disciple. If you have any questions or need any help with Planning Center, Amplify Media, Zoom, or any of the resources we have mentioned here today, you can contact me at groups@jeromechurch.org for help or to set up a one-on-one Zoom session training. We are cheering you on and are looking forward to learning this new way to live and grow together in Christian community. Peace and blessings, friends.